Hey, can you hear me? Hello, Ruth. Are you there?
Can you hear now?
Yeah, but a little bit noisy.
Oh, let me see. Any better?
Yeah, a
No.
little.
Okay. Let me see if I can adjust this a bit. It should have some kind of noise canceling or something. Let's see. No, it doesn't. Is it too noisy?
Well, I can still understand what you're saying, so I guess it's fine.
Okay. Okay, perfect. We
I
got
don't know
Dave
how
here
it
as
is on
well.
YouTube.
We got Remy, a friend. The guys from. Let me send the link to the guys on Telegram as well. So welcome, guys. Welcome everyone to the Stopelon Weekly Community Space on Twitter. Today is the first day that we're testing out simultaneously transmitting it on YouTube. So that's it's a new feature that we're testing
It's
on.
complaining about bandwidth on YouTube at the moment, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me share it on the Telegram group. Let me share it on the announcements channel actually. And let me share again the Twitter space. Can I share this one that we're live? Copy links?
Yeah,
Nope.
YouTube seems to be working.
Yeah, I'm trying to share the space on Twitter, but it's not allowing me. Let's see. Usually it lets me do it. This is a bit buggy. It's still a bit buggy on Twitter, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Stop
YouTube is
me.
a little bit behind, but it should work.
Weekly community space. Done.
At least we will have it there after that. Need to upload it separately.
Okay, it doesn't let me. Dude, how does this work?
Why didn't you share the Twitter space as well?
I'm trying, but I cannot find the link. It doesn't. Usually, it offers to share on Twitter. Today, it's not allowing me to do.
Let me try it.
I'll try to grab the link somewhere.
Does this work? I think, yeah, it should. Let me put it there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. We're live on Twitter space. Can I share this one that we're live? Weekly community space. Okay, awesome. Yeah, if people want, they can join on either one of them. We have live chat, right? Testing.
Yeah, on YouTube, there's chat. Also on Twitter Spaces, people can raise their hand.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so we have me, you, Dave. Awesome. So this is Rod speaking, guys. Welcome once again. Sorry for the delay. We're trying to check how to do this properly. But yeah, this is our first time testing streaming the Twitter community space on YouTube as well. So Spaces has been growing a lot on Twitter, and that we found that it's a good way to find some new listeners, some new community members, and it's also a place that most of our community members already follow us, without even those that are not that active on Telegram. So that's a plus on our side. Different channel is always good for bringing new people in, and That's the most important thing. So let's see here what we have for today. Apart from being on YouTube for the first time, white paper. Last week I promised it to have it going by this week, by this Friday. It's pretty much 50% there. I'll share a preview with Dave, and he can put it up on YouTube on the screen so people can take a look at it. For now, it's still mostly like 33% of the way done, and I'm working on the next steps. Let me see, white paper. Let me send this to Dave. Mr. Dave, where's Dave? I'll send you on Telegram, Dave. You can open up the video if you want to put it on the screen on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I'm working on currently as the designer and as the main designer for Stopelon. That's part of what I've been doing ever since I joined the community back in May. So I'm working on designing and putting together the white paper that Shadows typed out. And Shadows is working on some really cool stuff this week as well. So I think for today, it's going to be one of the biggest news that we have for the past months. And it's something that wasn't even on our roadmap, but it's something that we've been discussing on the background, and it's something that Shadows felt it was the proper time to do it, because we're at the beginning of the year and there's a lot of steps to the roadmap for 2022. So Shadows, if you want to take it away.
So yeah, actually, this weekend we deployed a new feature on our as Rodrigo said, that was not even planned to be deployed right now, but after some thinking and some feedback from our community, we actually decided to do it. And I sat on my desk to work on it for like 3 days straight, and we managed to put it out. And our community voting rounds. So if you go to our the app, there's a called community voting. If you open the app, you can see right now that we have, at least at the time of recording, we have our first round of votings. So how this system works, every month we should be holding a lot of questions, simple ones, formulated pretty much to be answered with
the main designer for Stopelon.
older
Part of what I've been doing ever since I joined the community back in May. So I'm working on designing and putting together the white paper that Shadows typed out. And Shadows is working on some really cool stuff this week as well. I think for today, it's going to be one of the biggest news that we have for the past months. And it's something that wasn't even on our roadmap, but it's something that...
Once we open the voting up after this community chat, everybody who have locked their some of the tokens in our vault will be able to vote, and we will keep the voting open for at least a week, depending on how fast people actually vote. If everybody for the first voting close it even earlier, there will be no reason to stay. But we'll try to keep it for as long as possible, 1 or 2 weeks if required. And after that, a voting or a question support of 50% plus 1, like normal democracy, we will actually implement the thing that is in the proposal. For example, right now we have a proposal to, let's say, move the diamond tier NFTs, airdrop the top 10 holders on, as it was planned before, to move it to holders on BSC, or add it to our NFT farm. That's two proposals we have up there. And after people vote, we will actually implement the feature as the people voted it and as it was described in the voting. So yeah, that's pretty cool. In the future, we will continue to put up monthly votings with different proposals, and we hope this way we can get our community a little bit more involved in our development process and actually become a real community-based and community-oriented project as we always want to be. So yeah, that's it for what we are going to open up after this community chat, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Rodrigo, something to add about it? I guess he's gone. So okay.
Hello, I'm back.
So do you think about the community voting?
No, I think it's something of part of what we discussed several times is we want every holder that's still with throughout all these 7 months that Stopelon exists to feel part of the movement. Being part of the movement is not like just being in chat, doing some shilling. That's something that most of the active members, but we actually want to have your input and your feedback in what the next steps are going to be, what's going to be the priority in the future. As we discussed on December before we got the little hiatus for the is the roadmap for 2022 has a lot of new things, a lot of new technology that's being developed by Shadows, a lot of exciting stuff for holders like rewards and in the future, and price impact is probably going to be very positive as soon as we launch all the features and all the things. And the part of that is having you guys help us decide what's next. What's next on all the features that we're gonna launch, and gonna be priority number 1, priority number 2, and also solving problems from the past, like the NFTs that we deploying on the Ethereum chain, and now they are deployed on the C chain, and most of the NFTs for the diamond holders were being set back, and holders for the gold holders for July as well, for June or July, I don't remember. So those have to be airdropped at some point, and if we feel that if we try to wait for Ethereum to have lower gas fees, it's just not going to happen. So this is one part of the voting, and we have other proposals that are very interesting as well. Like if you have a lot of points on your NFTs, and if any community member that wants NFT but doesn't have enough points and doesn't have enough BNB to buy it, we want to see if you guys think it's fair to share your fine points with other holders as well. We have the Fuck Elon limited edition NFTs for the original Fuck Elon holders back from before Stopelon was launched, and this was around May 10th, I think, last year. And there's a voting option for to mint them and drop them on BSC for original Fuck Elon holders. We have all the snapshot BSC scan for all those holders. We just don't send them via Ethereum because it's really going to end up our assets that we currently have, which are not a lot in BNB, and those are all. Let's see what else we have. Removing the upper limit of stake tokens used for NFT farming points. That's something that would make us would allow us actually to put the diamond tier NFTs on the NFT farm as well, and then airdrop them at all anymore, and airdropped only the farmer ones from July to November to October actually. So there's a lot of things to vote. If you guys want to take a look at it, every single voting that's up for discussion, the full description typed out, and you can see the details in there. We'll continue adding this new proposal proposals there. If you have a proposal that you think is needed to vote for, by the community for something, like you want to vote for marketing on platform, you want to vote for having an NFT of some kind, you want to vote on the next NFT theme, and you want to give that as a proposal for voting, we can also put that in voting, and that's part of having everyone be part of it. You can submit a proposal, we can put it up for voting, everyone can, and some I don't think Shadows mentioned is if you vote, you have to be a holder. You have to stake your tokens on the app, and you have to also vault your tokens, right, Shadows? Or at least part of them.
So yeah, the thing that a lot of people were asking in the past, what actually are vouchers? Well, vouchers are pretty much the amount of tokens you put up in the vault, weighted by the time you actually put them there. So we use those shares to actually do the voting, and the other thing we do with them is actually use them to calculate how much BNB we get from the prize pool. But yeah, one of the things we are going to use them for are actually the votings. Once you vote with your shares, and in the end we will calculate the percentage of support and against based on vote shares. So the more tokens you have in the vote, actually your vote will be with more shares, which will take a bigger part of the support or against chart. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it about voting. I will open it up once we close this topic here. Yeah, maybe a little bit about other tech. Right now, even during this space, I'm actually continuing to work on our NFT collection deployer that will manage and allow people to deploy multi-chain collections. It's turning up pretty awesome. I even share pictures with other team members right now. We're having real fun with it. But yeah, that will be coming really, really soon. I'm not sure yet on an exact date for that. But there's also a voting that's involved about it. So it will be at least 1 week from now, because we want that voting to be finished, so we know if we will implement it in a specific way. But so I expect it to be available until the end of the month for sure, and it will be very, very, very good. It will allow people to deploy the NFTs with minimal need of input and changing of chains or whatever. I used a few tools that do the same, and they're pretty much hard to use. And ours is pretty simple. You will interact only with Binance Smart Chain, and you can apply changes to Polygon without needing to actually connect to it, which is pretty awesome.
Amazing.
And yeah, that will be available by the end of the month with our NFT bridge, which actually helps you transfer, if you have Binance Smart Chain NFT from our multi-chain collections, to Polygon, and the reverse if needed. And if you transfer one to Polygon, you can actually go to OpenSea and sell it there, which is pretty awesome, because if somebody creates a collection on our platform, they can then move their NFTs to OpenSea, which is awesome. And everything is synced in the background by our smart services. So yeah,
cool.
That's the
really
closest thing that will be coming to tech. And after that, we will see, depending on the voting, we will be working on our own NFT marketplace or our asset backing, depending on the voting we have up right now. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me on tech side. I don't want to bore people, so
just a quick note, like the voting, we're starting the voting with rounds of 2 weeks, because we feel like that's the time that some of our holders pop in and out of chat sometimes, and they come back asking what's new, what's happening. So I think 2 weeks gives enough time for the most active members to see it. and it also gives enough time for us to market it, like put it on Twitter and put it on our social media, put all the voting rounds in there and share them and have enough people be able to vote and choose what's going to happen next. So maybe 2 weeks feels like a lot, but it's not. It's not a lot. It's a very quick round and makes it available for most of our holders to vote and have enough time to have a look at everything. Once
Yeah.
again, if you guys want to vote after this Twitter space, Shadows will be opening the rounds and starting them, and you guys can access it via theapp.stopelon.space. Connect your wallet. If you're not staking currently, you have to stake. If you're not voting your stake tokens that you already have, you have to vote at least some of them to be able to vote. And this is like a defense mechanism, so that we don't have a guy buying like 1 billion Stop Elon, voting and then selling his tokens. We don't want to have that as a problem for us in the future. So most of our holders that currently stake or currently lock will not have a problem with it. And if you want to be able to vote, you can select whatever amount you want to stake, whatever amount you want to vote, and whatever amount, like however much time you want to have it locked to be able to vote in the rounds. So we have several options of vaulting, and that's up to you to decide like how many days or weeks or months you want to put your tokens in the vault. If you guys have any problem using it, you can send us a message, send us a DM on Twitter, send us a DM on Instagram, send us a message on Telegram on the main chat. Just reach us out and we'll help you. If you find any bugs, report it to me, report it to Shadows, report it to Dave, Quack, whatever community member is active at the moment. Core team member is active at the moment, and we'll give a look. And Shadows will fix it as soon as possible. I think that's it, right? Anything that I missed, Shadows, about how it works?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that voting actually does not cost any gas, so there's no cost for you in terms of BNB to actually vote. So don't be afraid to vote. No BNB will be taken from your wallet because it does not cost any gas.
Yeah, only the staking costs a bit of gas, right?
Yeah, the staking in the vault, but if you already have your tokens in the vault, voting will cost you nothing. So,
Okay, voting. Okay, perfect.
yeah, I mean voting on voting on the proposals actually costs nothing.
Awesome.
The vault costs a bit, not a lot, but it has gas because it changes the state on the blockchain, and voting does not. So it costs nothing to vote.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. So yeah, I think that's it for today. We're gonna be making an announcement, an official announcement about the voting platform on our announcements channel. I'm gonna share it as well on the socials. If you're already listening to this, you can have a look at it as soon as we finish the spaces in a few minutes. Shadows is gonna be activating all the rounds, and I think that's it for today.
Yep. Unless anybody has a question, I think we can end it. If you want to speak, just raise your hand and Rodrigo can let you speak. Yeah. Okay. So I wish everybody an awesome weekend. I'll be opening the voting rounds in